In this video, I'm going to show you French defense. This is Chess Infinity, and let's get started with French defense. Although the Sicilian produces dynamic games, the French defense often resembles siege warfare. It is very solid defense to the white opening move e2 to e4. White positions his pawn at d4 and e5, while black blocks them with pawns at d5 and d6. The center of the board is then closed by these two conflicting pawn chains. Okay, so now we'll start with it. Okay, so first white will play e2 to e4. Now this time black will reply it with e7 to e6. Black will accept an inferior position in the center. In return for the safety provided by her pawn chain, she has to shut her queen's bishop on c8. And part of her strategy will be concerned with either freeing the piece or exchanging it for another piece of equal value. So now white will play d2 to d4, and now black will play d7 to d5 right here. A mobile pawn center is a powerful tool for attack, thus black blocks with the white pawns. So now white will play knight b1 to c3. White defends his e-pawn and develops his knight at the same time. In this third move, white could play e4 to e5 or knight b1 to d2. Instead playing this move. So now black will black will play knight g8 to f6. Black adds to the pressure on the white e-pawn. White will play bishop c1 to g5. White responds by pinning the black knight on f6 against the queen on d8, thereby reducing the strength of black's attack on the white pawn. So now black will play bishop f8 to e7. Black unpins her knight. Her king is now protected by both her bishop on e7 and by her queen on d8. So she is free to move her knight. So now white will play e4 to e5. White attacks the black knight on f6. He has no good way of keeping the pawn on e4. If he doesn't move it, it will be captured. Now white's d and e pawns are fixed. The advance is blocked by the black pawns, and they will come under fire. But in compensation, white created greater space for his other pieces to develop. So now black will play knight f6 to d7. The black knight retreats to a square from which it can support c7 to c5 while attacking the white e-pawn. So now white will play g5 takes e7. Bishop g5 will take e7. Then queen will recapture it. White exchanges or trades his own bad bishop for black's good bishop. White will play f2 to f4. With this move, white adds to the control of the e-square. The correct placing of pawns and his pieces is very important in this type of closed position. The fight now shifts from the central pawn chain to the c and f files. Both players will try to undermine each other's possible positions. Black will aim to play c7 to c5. hoping that white will respond with d4 to d5. Hoping that white will respond with d4 to c5, thereby breaking his pawn chain. This blow will be more efficient when white has a knight on c3 as now, and is unable to support his pawn chain in the center by advancing his c pawn to c3. French defense has been used by many great players, chess players. Okay, so this was French defense, and this is the end of the French defense and also end with my video. Please like and don't forget to subscribe. Thank you.